Tala, welcome to the Commerce Talks podcast. Episode number, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the first day at the Seamless conference here in Riyadh. And we have Lina with me as our co-host here, very knowledgeable about your business, Dus. Please introduce yourself for a minute and tell us what Dus is doing.
Okay, thanks for having me here. I'm Tala AlSahsah. I'm from Saudi, Jeddah. I've been born into the FMCG world, and my first company was in FMCG, and we distribute, it's called Tangulf, and we distribute over like 23 brands to 7,000 outlets, and we have disrupted the industry back then. In 2015, when I launched Tangulf, we disrupted the snacks section in Saudi. And today we have 60% market share. So from there, that was a B2B, and now I'm doing Dus. It's the first lifestyle commerce platform in Saudi Arabia and in the region that delivers lifestyle needs, from groceries to gifting to flowers, everything you need for your daily lifestyle, that delivers to you in less than 30 minutes from our own dark stores. We have launched in Jeddah 9 months ago. In December, and in Riyadh 2 months ago.
So would you put it in the ultra fast delivery box where like a Getir, Gorillas and others are put in, or it's like a different setup?
It's very similar. We would like to differentiate ourselves from Gorillas and Getir and so on. They are called quick commerce. We have created the first lifestyle commerce. So the first generation of grocery was the supermarket brick and mortars years ago. And the second generation was the e-commerce, which delivered from a day to 14 days. And the quick commerce came 2 years ago, and it delivers in less than 45 minutes, but smaller options and essentials, which is Getir, Gorillas, and so on. And then we have disrupted that, and we have lifestyle commerce that would deliver much wider product range, beautiful UX experience, and very detailed customer journey and customer service, impeccable customer service. And that's what's called lifestyle commerce.
And which channels are you disrupting? Where have the products been bought before Dus were delivering it? So for like what is a flowers lifestyle solution, or I would need some latte, for example?
Actually, you just mentioned them all. So latte, we're launching next week, the fresh coffee that delivers in less than 20 minutes. And we disrupted all the grocery segments. So back in the day, post-COVID, the Saudi consumer has evolved drastically. And they are more concerned about bigger, wider varieties that they want to choose from. Not only grocery and basic products. They want much more than basic. And they want it in a very short period of time. And they want a customer journey. So we have looked at it took me 2 years to build this company. And we're very detailed in every single aspect of it. Even the delivery service in Saudi Arabia is not that great, in a sense of the riders. They really come, like, they don't speak Arabic. They speak barely English, and they scream at you on the phone, like, I'm outside, or so on. And I have personally went to the stores and with the riders, and I speak to them and I tell them how to behave and what to speak. And we take very good care of our riders. So they are all dressed up head to toe from Dus. They're seamless branding. We tell them, no, don't ring the bell. Sorry, don't call. In Saudi, nobody rings the bell. They call you, really be like, I'm outside here. We're like, just ring the bell. So every pain point that me as a consumer and so many others have complained about, specifically in the delivery service, like the riders, the after sales customer service, we tackled that down. So today, people saying your riders are impeccable. They speak Arabic, they speak English, they're well behaved, they smell nice, they look nice, the bikes are beautiful, and so on. So all of this is a customer journey. So we have upgraded. We're the first in Saudi to have seamless branding in Saudi. And on top of that, we're a sustainable company, as sustainable as possible. We only use bikes today. And our bags are reusable bags. They're fun bags. You know, the one like in Lululemon and so on, people take them to the beach or to the gym. So ours are very beautiful, reusable bags that has a nice message in the back of it.
And just to understand it correctly, so the consumers want that the riders are ringing on the door, or they don't want it?
No, so the people are really annoyed by the riders with all delivery services, Amazon and Noon and every single, even when they reach outside your door, first of all, they call you, where's the address? Although they do have the address. That's number one. Number two, they call you again and say, hello, I'm outside. We're like, ring the bell. Why are you calling me to me outside? Especially when I'm in a meeting. It's always you're running errands. You know, today, in Saudi, man and woman have a lot of roles to play. Like you'd be a father, a working dad, a working mom, a sister. There's so many roles we play, a daughter, a friend, a colleague, that we don't have time. Like even these calls are annoying. Like you're in the middle of a meeting or you're somewhere having dinner at somewhere, they call you, I'm outside. Just ring the bell. It's quite annoying. So we have eliminated that. So I've mastered it in Jeddah because we've been there for 9 months. Actually, it took us a long time for the riders, for them to explain to them, don't call people unless you get into a wall. So 95% of the time in Jeddah, they will not call. They will just ring the bell.
And if it's like you've said like a 30-minute delivery promise?
We don't promise. We just say we deliver in minutes.
Okay.
We don't say.
That's smart. That's smart.
We never say. But in Jeddah, we have mastered average time of 18 minutes.
But what is in your opening cycle? I guess you cannot do it like 24 hours, right?
Today, no, we have it from 9 a.m. to 2 a.m. So that's 16 hours.
That's almost 24 hours. Yeah. That's a lot. Yeah. Would you use this, Lina? Do you have a similar service in Dubai?
Yeah, but I think it's what's interesting, you know, why we're offering till 2 a.m., right? And Tala can elaborate more, you know, about the like Middle East and Saudi consumer. A lot of the Saudis actually shop in the evening, right? So if you would compare it in Germany or like UK, like people would shop, like let's say in the morning or during their lunch breaks at work in the office, right? Over here, you know, consumers actually do shop very late. And, you know, because of that convenience element that we want to get delivery right now, what would sound for you maybe in Germany crazy that someone delivers to you your groceries at 1 a.m. in the morning.
If I may add something, the traffic we have is from 8 to 11 p.m. That's the highest traffic times. We have the mornings, but the most traffic is after they come back from work from 8 to 11 p.m.
So it's like, you know, you can get groceries delivered at 1 a.m. in the morning and it's totally fine. And
it's funny, a lot of people order 1:30 and 1:45.
But here in Riyadh, I've learned yesterday that high traffic is between 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. because they start working so early. Is it wrong?
No, it's right. They come, from 3 to 7 because everybody start, like the government offices, they start leaving home, their office to going home. So when they get home at 8 p.m., they're free. So that's when they order. Mm-hmm. Although in our application, we have, it's a merge between quick commerce and e-commerce because you can pre-schedule it 3 days in advance, a month in advance, your order. But people prefer ordering right away.
So what is the average order? What kind of baskets are we talking about? Is it like a $20, $50, what is a latte? Can I get like a $4 or like 12? What is the currencies?
So in dollars, actually we are double the competition. We have a basket size of a brick and mortar, which is not normal in this industry. But because we have created a lifestyle product range, not only so. Because of my past experience with Tan Gulf, the importation, we are very well equipped with importing. So we import a lot of products that you will never find but on Dus. So we have a big range of products you will never find anywhere, like drinks and so many different products. So in terms of, we're still at the end of the day a big on grocery, of course, 70% is grocery, but more of that is imported. We're very competitive in pricing when it comes to essentials, like the chips and the normal stuff you find and the rice and the oil. We're very competitive in pricing. But when it comes to imported products, that's where we're the only ones in the market in those items specifically.
So I have no choice but to order at Dus.
Yeah. We have products that you have no choice but to order on Dus. And then, yes, the big players are copying us and we see it a lot. And we get really, like the team gets agitated. They're like, oh my God, the big players are copying our UX at some point. And I was like, you know what? Even if they have an imported section, they use Tan Gulf's products in their section, number one. Number two, we have exclusivity to so many products that nobody else could bring. Or even if they bring them, they're going to take them 6 months. So by then we jumped on the second one, on the new one, on the new
How could you get exclusivity on products with such a young business?
because I have strong ties with Tan Gulf, with my first company. So Tan Gulf, as I said, it's the leading in the industry. So now all the big brands, they come to Tan Gulf. We don't even call them anymore. We just got Mars with us, the function of Mars. We have some of Pepsi products. And we have Voss Water, Celsius Energy, Celsius, fitness drink, and so on. So they come to us today. We have such a strong ally internationally. Mm-hmm. And it's a personal connection with them. Like I built this business the first business 8 years ago.
Okay, I will ask a couple of business questions in a minute. I will hand over to Lina.
Okay.
I think, it's first of all, like Tala, I say it all the time, it's great to see Saudi National, like taking this challenge because it is not the easy market, right? And you have local competitors, global competitors, you have, supermarkets and specialized shop, like, whether it's perfumes or gifting, and they're trying to compete with you. But you are different and your growth, you are growing super fast, right? And I see it, and so where do you think, it's that winning formula, what's helping you grow so fast and, actually win the market share from your direct competitors?
First of all, let me just clarify that my direct competitors have a big cash. They're big on cash, so they have already raised much. They were before me, and they raised to have a lot of cash. But we did stand out amongst the competition with the customers. A lot of customers says that we deleted the other apps and we just moved to you. First of all, we have the most. I believe it's the most beautiful UX app face in Saudi Arabia.
Let me install it here on the podcast. So I have to choose for do's correctly.
The color is very strong. It's a magenta color. We have built a connection. So when I first started this business, as I was putting the plan together, I had a word says build love relationship, and the mission was weird. Like people were like, "What's that?" And that's exactly what we built. That's
actually also the color of the e-commerce book.
Yes, exactly. It's the daring color, but we stand out and we build that connection. Customers. So there's so much. It's not only an app. So we have curated different lifestyles. So lifestyles mean, we have curated, it depends on the season or on the occasion, a lifestyle that we suggest. Sometimes you suggest what you should bring people forget what they need. For example, it was Ramadan season. And we had a lifestyle called Hala Ramadan. You go on Hala Ramadan wanting to buy grocery because people buy grocery for Ramadan from these platforms. So when you get into the lifestyle, you would find Ramadan gifting, which is beautiful gifting done, Ramadan decoration, and then Ramadan grocery. By saying that, we remind you of what you need to buy, that just in case you forgot about it. So it's much more of curation. People feel, there's a human behind it. Our customer experience, our customer service is impeccable. They call you, they know your name, they connect, even the riders connect with you. So everything is about connection. We have lost the human connections with all these apps. But you feel, for example, once, whatever, it depends on the occasions, like we do a couple of times a year, we send, for example, it was, some point it was a Valentine, and we sent a card, a very personalized card that it says, I'm big on quotes. So I chose a nice quote that says, love yourself. It's all about ourselves. Happy Valentine. And I signed it in the bottom. The CEO signed it. So there's so much connection with the customer, and you feel it. The customer feels it right away.
Is there a minimum order value?
No, not really.
So I can, because I just opened the app and I ended up at, what was it?
You need an order minimum.
Cheese, Blanda blue cheese from Denmark. Actually, that's the region where I'm coming from, which is like $2. Seems fair, actually, pricing wise.
Yeah, we have a lot of gourmet products. So it's impossible in Saudi to get something gourmet in less than a couple of hours. You really have to go out to get it. So all these gourmet, even party supplies. So not those cheeky ones. We have very beautiful party supplies because, we don't plan. Saudis are not very well planners. They want everything last minute and now, including myself.
Last year, when we did the recording thing here in Riyadh, we had Piyush, who you met at the dinner yesterday from Panda Retail here. And we also discussed ultra fast delivery. It was a bit different time. It was still a hype in Turkey with Getir and with some European businesses. And I remember a quote where he said, no, that's nothing we would pursue because nobody can make money out of it. So if Piyush were standing here in this room, we would say, yeah, it's interesting value proposition, but no, I don't believe that Tala can make money out of it.
Yeah, actually, we did have this conversation, me and him last night. And I had convinced him, we do have very high margins, I must say. Very high. We have found a perfect formula to keep those margins very high. And actually, we've been in Jeddah for 9 months, and on store levels, and sometimes on city levels, in the past month, on weekends, we break even, which is in this industry is impossible. Like it takes years to break even. For us, within 9 months, we almost broke even. On weekends, we do.
And you're running like a dark warehouses? Or
yeah,
dark,
so we have our
stores?
own dark stores in the city. We cover 80% of Jeddah, and we cover today 25 to 30% of Riyadh. So hopefully in the coming months, we would grow bigger in Riyadh.
And how many SKUs are stored in dark stores?
We have 7,000 today, but some of them are seasonal, so in and out. We keep on growing, so we are growing the beauty section as we speak.
7,000, so it must be a couple of 100 square meters then, a dark store.
Yeah, we have medium-sized square meters. We have a very good supply chain and fulfillment plan. And as I said, like we're still growing in the beauty section. We're growing in the gourmet. Like I'm a big fan of gourmet products because it's impossible to find it from any quick commerce or e-commerce. Even like on the Danube or Tamimi or those, you will not find like the very high end products on there. You'll have to go yourself or send the driver. So I have created that, and we're growing. We just launched really. Like it's only been 9 months.
How important is this same hour delivery promise in Germany now? Most of these ultra fast grocers kind of step back a bit, and they're losing against the milkman model, where you have to order like next day, and then you're not free in picking your delivery slot, but you have to rely on a certain like time slot for your street. So the drop rate is much higher. Yeah. Therefore, costs on delivery are much lower. And those models say, yeah, like this ultra fast thing, interesting value proposition, but very hard to finance. So next day is good enough for 95% of the people, and especially when you're going into this kind of your weekly purchase, you need to restock your toilet paper, butter, whatever. So it's not like your daily desire. You can plan ahead a bit. So next day is good enough. So do you have a view on that?
Yeah. It's in Saudi Arabia has been proven the e-commerce, like the last mile, can break even faster than the rest of the regions. Saudi is more. The riders, it's not very expensive to get riders. So, the business model, we have one of the biggest players, broke even within 2 years, and they're profitable. So you don't usually find these e-commerce, this quick commerce or delivery, are profitable. But in Saudi, you could, even stores rental is much cheaper here. So Saudi has an ecosystem that allows these businesses but you have to find the formula again. I don't believe the quick commerce today, the players in Saudi are profitable at all. But again, they're after essentials, and certain margins are not going to work for sure.
And why have you chosen the lifestyle section? Because the products I've seen so far, they're really close to like grocery, like a very well sorted like grocery business. Yeah. Why are you positioning yourself into lifestyle? Because you want to move into beauty or
yes, exactly.
Grooming services or whatever?
So basically, I know the word lifestyle stands up for fashion, but it is really my lifestyle. It took us a year over just to find another word. But you know what? It is lifestyle. This is your lifestyle. The way you eat is your lifestyle. The way you need to go to a pharmacy is a kind of your lifestyle. You go to the beach is your lifestyle. You have people over. So all this is a lifestyle you're living. It doesn't only apply to fashion, because it is a real lifestyle. So why would we create that word? Because if you go into the app, you find something called, as I said, lifestyles. And we have different lifestyles. We have Ramadan, for example. We have summer vibes. You go into summer vibes, you find not only the like snacks, you can find the lotions, towels, small speakers, everything to take with you to the beach. You're traveling. There's something called travel essentials. You click on it, and you will find the hoodie, the neck rest. You will find the toilet hygienic things. There's so many creation and curative, and it's truly, we tried changing the word, but it is lifestyle. Fashion is not a lifestyle, really, when you come to the actual word. And you know what? We are different because yes, we have 60-70% grocery, but we're getting into beauty. We're getting into some electronics. There's so much. This is just the beginning. And then on top of that, we are doing a lot of machine learning. We are looking to a lot of machine learning into our app. So really, we would know, like, for example, today a lady ordered folic acids. That means she's pregnant. That means in 9 months, she's going to have a baby. So our tech should be able to tell you in 4 or 5 years, we lock you because we will start pushing things on you. So these all are your lifestyles. It's a lifestyle you live, whether you're pregnant, whether you have people over, whether, so on.
And would you then say that people are bored to get into like big malls? Like when we started this whole podcast series, on GCC, I think it was like 2 years ago. Then I first had to learn how the mall principle works here in the region. And it's like some of the places that are like air conditioned and you can meet with friends outside of a restaurant and you need kind of an air conditioned space. But now I'm obviously trying to observe the malls here. I've been in the mall in the King Star and so, and it's like still feels empty. So the people that are using your app and increasing like the spend on your app on other lifestyle products, would you say they are bored to get like into a standard mall these days, or would you still invest in more property in Saudi?
In malls, it was a big thing growing up in Saudi, but today there's so much happening in Saudi. Back in the day, we had nothing but the mall to go and walk around. We had no cinemas, we had nothing. The past 5 years, things had shifted drastically. So there's so much entertainment. There's so much happening. I don't have time to go to the supermarket. I don't personally have time. So first of all, I think there's so much happening. So time. Traffic is a disaster. Nobody wants to go to the supermarket and buy products.
Also in Jeddah?
No, Jeddah is better.
In Riyadh, it's like...
No, Jeddah is doing good. Jeddah is okay. Jeddah is very okay. But still, like, I have to drive. We're faster. We're much faster than you. Getting in your car, go to get there, spending oil on your car.
But
gas.
that's not how consumers think. I know
they don't,
a lot of
consumers
things would make sense it doesn't make sense if like hundreds of cars get into the supermarket. It totally makes sense to send one truck around to consumers, but they don't look at this way.
Yeah, they don't. And so that's it. I think people want everything fast. We really are. We are faster than you. we're going to do some kind of advertisement that we are faster than you. Like you getting oil, telling your driver, please go get me this. He goes there and he calls you, which one, madam? Which one? What do you want? So, just pick it up. Actually, I met yesterday with the doctor randomly and I met this girl and she overheard me speaking about Deuce. And she said, did you do Deuce? I was like, yeah, I'm the CEO. She's like, oh my God, I love the app. Actually, I keep on ordering nonstop. I had to delete it. She's like, it's such a friendly user. It's exciting. You feel so, which is true. We have created. So why do people go to a supermarket? For the experience, to walk around, and we have gave them that. Our experience journey is so beautiful.
Let me reopen the app. So
it's beautiful. It's seamless. It's so easy to order. Like even if you don't want to order, we get a lot of comments. People are saying when we're bored, we get them to do.
Yeah, but
just in case. But what they have.
You see it like it's like many categories on the app. I open the app, but it's not Temu or Shein like the Chinese app that is like feeding you this kind of product feed. It's still like category overview, and you have to get into the categories.
Yeah, but like if you go to the lifestyle on top, you'll find TikTok trends that we sell all the TikTok
Back to school. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. If I open the Temu app now, then it's looking different. I understand it like this Chinese kind of app behavior.
It's chaotic, Yeah. And what Saudi
people are using it to just spend time. It's like people are using it like Instagram to get inspired and then they buy things. But you're just listing categories.
I'm listing category. I'm listing lifestyles. So it's very easy for people to go into the lifestyles. And for example, we have one that's, I know it's very bold, but it's called PMS. And you click on PMS on the lifestyle and it doesn't show you only the pad. It shows you, we give you honey, ginger, ice cream, whatever you really use when PMS. So it's a lot of curation.
PMS.
Yeah. It's quite bold. So,
what is PMS? Okay, don't go into it.
No, but but there's so much. This is the simplest example that we give curations. It's easier. Like if you have cold and flu, we had when it was winter, you click on cold and flu and we suggested 40 items when you have cold and flu what to take, whether it's medicine, whether it's tea, whether it's stomach thing, whether it's the thermometer. Nobody does that for you.
I would say, you are really acknowledging that consumers actually, no matter how seamless is the experience on the app for whatever, consumers hate shopping, groceries online, right? Because it's big baskets. You need to add a lot, and it does take time. So what I think definitely differentiates Do's from it is that you do all the thinking and you try to get the customer in and out as soon as possible.
Sure.
And, rather than, using the search 100 times and thinking, as you said, should I type Panadol? Should I type headache tablets? Should I do this? Like the category just dictates and you kind of in and out. Like why are the biggest marketplaces globally like kind of failing? Because there's just too much choice.
Sure.
And you just don't know. You feel like you need to block 3 hours in your day in a calendar. And for the busy consumer, like I'm mom. I know you have a lot. I kind of want to see what you have, but I don't have time 3 hours, to go through one by one,
So, as a funny story, actually two of our competition are, created lifestyle. One of them specifically tried to create lifestyle. And I know personally that then they said, we're watching you closely. Whatever you do, we do like you. I was like, okay, we can do. So they did put a lifestyle and then you click on it. There's 400 items of chips. And I was like, this is not a lifestyle. This is another category of all the products you have. It's very curated.
Let me click on lifestyle. It's like, do you have like a majority of consumers that are female?
No, 60 to 40. 60 female, 40 male.
Okay. So it's not just
what's so funny actually, when it was Eid holiday, when it was Eid, we did a lot of curation.
Yeah, let me click on nail bar. I don't have a clue on nails. My daughter is now into this nail thing. Okay, that's not like, what is like 11 items.
Yeah, but usually should be 20 to 40.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's exactly 10.
Yeah. So it's easy. You go in, nail bar, even if you wanted a nail polish, you're like, okay, let me get this nail remover. If you want a nail polish remover, you go in there, you're like, oh, it's a nice nail bar. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So I was saying in Eid holiday, it was so funny. I launched Eid I wanted to see these lifestyles, are they effective or not? So when it was Ramadan, 30 days, Eid comes after Ramadan. So I have launched Eid, lifestyle, 10 days before Eid. I just want to see consumers' behavior, would it shift or not? Funnily enough, people started buying Eid products, like Eid candies, Eid gifting. So you see the consumers' behavior, and one of the clients kept on telling us, you guys took off, you guys don't sell Ramadan gifting anymore. I was like, we do. It's in there. He's like, where is it? I was going to the lifestyle, I can't find it. So people on the season, they depend. Like, for example, Halloween, we go so big on Halloween. We go so big on Mother's Day, Father's Day, we have gifting. So we think for you. So now back to school, we hear people saying, oh, for sure, Dudes has the nicest lunch boxes. And we actually have the nicest lunch boxes. So everything is curated. Don't forget, 70% of the head office are women. So you can see how much
How big is the head office? How many dark stores do you have? How many orders do you fulfill?
So we changed the wording.
And now, please, all competitors don't listen exactly.
Yeah.
Like
We're not going to mention, but no, but we don't say this is it's a misconception of how many dark stores you have. Like Gorillas and Gateer and everybody else, and Nana and Ninja Hunger Station did this mistake, I believe at least. And they went of how many stores you have, and I always correct them and I say how much coverage you have in 20 minutes or 30 minutes. So we cover 70% of Jeddah with in less than 20 minutes. I won't say with how many stores. And Riyadh is the same. We are much lower than competition, our sizes and.
But can you give us like size estimations, or how many riders are working for you? Are we talking like hundreds of millions revenue?
No, we are talking the millions of revenue. We just launched 9 months ago, and we're growing around 30 to 40% month over month growth. And that's without cash injection, much cash. If you give me, some people say, oh, competition, they're growing 100%. I was like, yeah, give me $30 million and I will grow 1,000% month over month.
What is your growth bottleneck?
What do you mean?
What would you do like with this $30 million? So why would you grow 1,000%?
I don't want $30 million.
Yeah, but like,
so one of the competition did raise that. And it's all about customer acquisition. So they burn so much cash to acquire customers, to be in your face 24/7. But this is not a lucrative business. It's, I think even investors and in general, this will not make money anytime soon. You're just burning a lot of cash. So at the end of the day, I'm a salesperson and I know how to make businesses. I'm a serial entrepreneur. And before Tan Gulf, I had so many small, tiny businesses that did really well. So I always look at the bottom line and the top line. they all look at the top line. Nobody looks at the bottom line. For us, before I launched the business, it was very important for me. When am I going to break even? My eyes are on it instead of burning cash. And so we do marketing, not huge on marketing, but still I will never want to raise a $30 million anywhere because I'll have to spend it.
But going into that marketing specifically, maybe you can share, because I believe you guys also very different in the way you market, the way you acquire customers. You're not just copycatting, like the global, let's say, players or even local players. You think outside, outside the box.
We're fun.
Yeah.
We are the trendiest, our suppliers and people say we are the trendiest app in Saudi today. Like when Deuce comes, everybody's excited. The Deuce is here. So we created that fun, even our marketing is really fun and cool, like really funny. It's not the normal traditional marketing. Oh, come buy from me of a discount. We don't use that much. It's more fun, interactive, cool. We have TikTok trends that you can buy your TikTok candies and stuff from.
How many marketers do you have?
How many marketers? So in the marketing team, you mean?
Yeah.
We have, I think, 6 in the marketing team. So Elena is heading that, and then it goes down from there.
Hey, interesting.
She's
I
amazing.
try to get into some numbers, but
it's not about how many people you have in the team. It's the mindset. Like when I attract certain people.
I 100% agree, but still we need to get some
numbers.
So let's go back to the bottleneck question because you haven't answered this one. So imagine you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Getting like immediate coverage into Riyadh, all the other cities in Saudi. Was it? Where would the growth comes from? Is it the supply side? So would you need to need investing into real estate, getting more dark stores?
Of course, to get more coverage. First of all, you need more stores. You need more products. Even customer acquisition, it has to always be really, we're on top of the game, not necessarily spending cash, but we have to be on top of the game. Acquiring in a very basics. We go to schools, we go to universities, we go to offices. So this is the way to, because this will stop our growth if we didn't hit the marketing plan well. And we do other ways. We do offline, a lot of community, just to make sure that we have that growth going. And that's how we created loyalty. The best way to market something is through a word of mouth. That's the fastest, cheapest way.
That is a bit harder to scale. I agree. So, and the growth you're doing today, you are financing from your own cash? When
I first started the business working on it, I financed it from my own with my co-founder. And then, we raised a pre-seed round, a year and a couple of months ago before we launched. And now we're doing our seed round.
And do you think that's also the way how you're doing it would also work in other countries in the GCC region?
In other countries, if they're not very competitive, certain countries in the region are already advanced and they don't have a lifestyle commerce, but they are very well saturated. So we won't go to those. It's very much needed because even in, like, for example, UAE is the most advanced one. I hear some of our customers coming and saying, oh my God, I wish they have gifting, because we have gifting. You get your gifting in 20 minutes. Where in the UAE you could get a gifting in 20 minutes? It's impossible. Impossible to buy a gift. You have to go buy it or wait for 2 hours. Or
let me check on the gifting category here. It's like I have to check it here. So you can tell me everything. It's like, is there like a category called gifting, or you would also buy in the lifestyle?
No,
section?
it's in gifting. Soon enough, we're going to have a very interesting one. We're going to go. It's going to be called Deuce. Deuce.
Let me check gifting.
Deuce Boutique.
There's gifting.
So
flowers.
Yeah.
Why would people buy flowers at your place instead of flowered?
Because it's 25 minutes. Flowered will never come in 20 minutes.
What was I forgot it. I know we had
the same day, but
same day. Same day in a 2-hour slot or so.
It's like a slot.
So you get it. So and then the gifting is, I think, the best thing we have, because we don't source out ugly gifting, like really nice ones, like Jonathan Adlin, like really a little bit on the not cheeky ones.
Green modern set of 6 coffee cups.
Yeah. And they're all like nicely chosen.
This is perceived as a modern set?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
We're still growing it, so it's much bigger. You're opening the Riyadh face. We just launched in Riyadh 2 months ago.
Yeah, I opened Riyadh.
Yeah. So Jeddah is like really advanced.
So I need to change my location here.
Yeah, just to see. Jeddah is like super advanced, even in the nail bar and everything.
Let me check out the process here of changing locations without having a login. How it works on the app.
I also, Alex, things like those doesn't have to think about going into other countries, because Saudi is definitely the biggest market in the Middle East. And secondly, I think the formula that, yes, they have competitors, but in Dubai, for example, UAE, you live like 10 minutes away from the nearest mall. So no matter where are you in the UAE, you will have the mall like, on a 10-minute distance from you. In Saudi, so outside Riyadh and Jeddah, and I'm sure those would first of all look into scaling those cities. Like there are sometimes you live 3 hours from the closest mall. So just being able to buy anything, like even...
That's because the traffic is so bad here. Yeah. Not because the mall is so far away.
Not only, but you know what? When I was in Dubai, like a couple of months ago, I wanted to get a warming gift. I had to go to the mall. I don't want to go to the mall. I was like, I wish they had this. I said it myself for the first time. I wish they have this. I can get something for whatever. It range from 200 riyals, 200 dirham, like $50 up to $500. It comes in 30 minutes. Why do I have to spend time in Dubai and go buy a present? It's a hassle. Even in Dubai, a mall, it takes you forever. It takes you minimum 2 hours to buy one thing in a mall, to park, to get there, to go walk around. I don't have the time. So even in Dubai, I know like one of our, Christine always says, I wish like when you're going, especially if you're traveling, for example, the second day to another country and you want to take a gift with you, you're not going to go to the mall last minute, and everybody is last minute. The Middle East are last minute. We're not planners. We're not going to plan, in a week I have my birthday party, my daughter, or just a normal birthday. Like, it's my husband's birthday or it's my sister's birthday. I would plan it an hour before the birthday. So we have beautiful, beautiful birthday supplies. Again, not the cheapy ones for $1. The nice ones that you would want to go and really have them in your house. So gifting, even like the party supplies, we're big on it. And so many different categories that people don't dare to put.
Is it a cultural thing here? If you go like to friends' houses, like for dinner or so, you bring some gift?
In Ramadan and in Eid, it is big. So in Ramadan, we have a lot of, so we support a lot of local. I suffered when I first started TAN in 2015. So what I did, it's easy for local businesses today. There's an icon says local small businesses. So they can put their products in our stores, our dark stores, and then we sell it for them. So you have a lot of these people who do, chocolates, cakes, not cakes, something that is like a month shelf had at least. All these, I don't know, like sweets, Arabic sweets and so on. And, people like when you go Ramadan, we did really well because we want to go to gifting. And even those are very well curated. I'm not going to get any brands on the app. It has to be well tasted. We tasted it. It tastes good. So there's so much process when it comes to things that are unique. Not niche, not necessarily niche, but we are unique in so many levels. And we have like Panadol and pharma stuff like on the counter.
So talking about uniqueness, you mentioned that you have a lot of products, that are imported, different, than competitors. So how important you think is the actual product and what you create, the quality of the items you sell in order to build a brand like those? How important is actually what they're buying?
Yeah. You know what? I think it's very, very important. I believe our product selection is impeccable. Really, not because, it's my forte anyway. When I start Tan Gulf, that's why Tan Gulf is the leading in the industry. It's the product selection. A lot of people say, yeah, the big players could follow you. I was like, yes, you have Danube and Tamimi, and then you have Panda, because we just mentioned Panda. Panda, it's been 10 years. They're trying to do like what Tamimi and Danube are doing. They have all the resources. They have the money to bring products, but it's not. It's really who's behind the commercial team and the selection and the eye. The people we have on our platform are very advanced and well thinking, and they know the trends that are coming up. Like, for example, Prime Hydration. We're the first to bring it in the whole region. Today, yes, competition 9 months later, like Na'na has it, but Na'na sells it for 39 riyals. Well, you know what? We sell it for 23 riyals. We'll drop because we are the first. So we know how to source things. So we are really ahead of time from everybody else, and and all these trendy products. People want trend. As I said, Saudi population is very young, 115% mobile penetration in Saudi, 65% is less than 30 years old in Saudi. They're tech savvies. They want the trend. They want the now. They want everything that's abroad. And therefore we have given the whole full thing while they're sitting at home in 30 minutes.
Where do you find the talent to do all this? Because that's what I learned from Lena all the time. It's hard to find the talent, not only for the tech side, but also for the sourcing side. Must be hard to find the talent.
It's very, very hard. I must say, it's very hard to find talent, and it's very hard in every single aspect of there. Operations maybe is the easiest way.
That's more about training, I guess.
Yeah, then. Training. Operations, we have their own blueprints. You just don't need some like it. I think it's the easiest. But commercial is it's another world, really. Like to understand what I want or what we want to deliver took a long time. On the tech side and the marketing, I'm so grateful that Lena joined us, but it's really a tough game. If I'd had knew maybe ahead of time, this is what I'm going to get myself into. Often do it, but yeah, it's a tough game. But you know what? I believe we have the most amazing team. We have the perfect recipe for success. And then everything is, I always say it in Arabic, we have the perfect recipe for success. The talent, we have beautiful talent in every aspect, and the rest is God's will and luck and so many other things come with it.
So if we have we have a lot of, let's say, Europeans and people from the US listening to this podcast. So if they have a cool product that is, as you say, maybe ahead of the trend in this part of the world,
contact
should
us.
They contact you? Yeah,
sure.
You are the place to be.
We are the place. We are the place to be. And actually, we are hiring from the US people to come to our to do's like talent. We're looking to certain talent that we couldn't find.
And they would relocate?
They did relocate. Yeah, they're relocating in January, hopefully.
Yeah. But now it's like 45 degrees, also like in the middle of the US. So it's the same.
You know what? It's better if they come in the winter, so they think it's also nice, and they're like halfway through it, and then the summer hits them.
Yeah, nice, really cool business, I have to say. So being on a profitable track, at least like in a day-to-day operation, and so that's really admirable.
And now you can steal Tala's keyword, lifestyle commerce, and bring it.
We are the first who created it. I just hope
lifestyle commerce. I have to think a little bit about it, and I will shop around. I haven't figured out how to change the location
because you've been talking. So if you give it 1 second, you will know. It's the easiest app, the most beautiful app.
Yeah, cool. Really cool. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you so much.